Hey folks, out here, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching. Done. It's quiet. It's gonna be good enough. In this episode, I'm going to look at my Suzuki Gsx600f 2006, second generation, last production year. So now I'm going to figure it out, at least try to figure it out, what the problem is with the engine or with the bike, why it does not run properly as it should. So first things first, I suspect the electric system. So what I'm gonna do, I have to clean up the bike, take off the seat, the panels, the cover, front, everything, and then get deep down to the engine bay, and then I'm gonna start up the bike to check which cylinder is not running, and then I'm gonna make some measurements and check up. So because the carbs I did check back in days, I don't think that would be the problem. So I'm gonna check on the spark plugs and the wiring. Could be also a lost connection, or maybe a spark plug is bad, or the coil itself. So let's take her apart. Now the panels are off. Now get a much better view to the exhaust, so it's gonna be much easier to find out which one is not running. So I'm gonna start her up and then try to find which cylinder is not cooperating. So the bike did not fire up, but the 4, it's really cold, so it's like before. The 3 and 2 are warmish, and the number 1 is also a little bit weak. Not, it's warm, but not that warm as 2 and 3, but a little bit warmer than the 4. So there's a big chance there is something with the cylinder number 4, definitely, and maybe with the 1, but they are on the same coil, so it still could be a coil problem. But now then, let's take off the tank and find out what's going on. So I disconnected already the spark plug number 1 and the cylinder number 1 and number 4. I did check the coil already. So the primary, it's 2.9 ohms, which should be between 2 and 4, so that side is good. And the another side is supposed to be between 30 and 40,000, and this one is 36,000 ohms. So the coil is good. So that means we have to find the problem somewhere else. So it could maybe the spark plugs or the cable or the connection point itself. So now I'm going to take out the spark plugs to see what's going on. Now the spark plugs are out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and no major problem visible with them. So it's quite interesting what's going on. But now, because they are out, just in case, I'm going to make a compression check. Now the test is complete. Actually all the cylinders are the same. All of them are 9, which seems to be a little bit low, but yeah, the bike was standing over a year, so it could be that the rings are a little bit settled down, and the battery may a little bit empty because of the long standing, not fully charged. But the point is they are equal, so all of them should run at the same volume. Well, I'm running out of guessing actually, but now I just gonna take off the airbox to see maybe there's not something inside which would block the cylinder number 4. It's quite interesting, and just in case I'm gonna look up, I think I may have this set of spark plug, replace them to put in a new set, just to be sure that's not the problem. So let's keep going. So these are the old spark plug. I did check my stock. I do not have the same. Because these are 2 poles and I have the 1 pole version. Just for the test, it's gonna be good enough. So I'm gonna install these spark plugs to check out maybe something is wrong with one of the spark plugs. So let's put them in and fire her up. Now the new spark plugs are in, everything's set up, got some fuel, so let's see how she's gonna behave. Now it seems to be stable, but how I try to... Unfortunately, it's the same situation. So it seems the spark plugs aren't the problems, but just in case, I'm still gonna keep run her a little bit to reach some temperature to see if the problem is the same. So on idle she runs still really good, but for gas she stalls. So yeah, then it's definitely gonna give some thing to do with the air fuel mixture. And then maybe it's not electric, or maybe because this bike has already the throttle position sensor. I'm gonna check that one as well, check it just in case to be sure there is nothing electric problems going on. So let's check it. So I had to reposition the sensor because from the bottom side I couldn't measure it. So I did check the data on these two ports. I should measure between 3.5 and 6.5, which is 5.5, let's say, which is good. And then another two ports, according to the manual, have to put on full throttle, but I could solve only with like this to be able to measure it. And then the resistance should be adjusted to 3.8, but yeah, I did reach the end position and I could not get exactly 3.8, but I hope it's gonna be good. So let's try a new run. So the bike's still running quite hectical. If I take off the choke, it's stall, and even if it's keep running, revs up. It's not stable, plus I just falls back. And if I try to apply gas, she's not reacting as it should. So so far nothing good. At least what we have checked, those things are good. So now have to circle out what could be other problems. So yeah, I have to think what I should do next. But as long as I'm gonna think, that's it for the episode, guys. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, see you in the next one. Bye bye.